Yes, we're riding the waves now, children. Riding the water waves. What does water represent, children? What do the floods represent? What happened with the disciples when they were on the boat? When they were away, when they thought they saw a ghost, but they actually saw Yahushua HaMashiach walking on the waters. Why was Yahushua HaMashiach walking on the waters? Because he had learned to conquer the waters. And waters represent, children, many things. Okay? Abba Yahweh founded the earth upon the waters. The water also represents the marine kingdom. And in this time, the perspective that I want you to look at is going to be the waters. As we are going through the waters that are trying to overcome us, the waters that are trying to swallow us in, the waters that are trying to drown us. These are the battles that we're facing. These are the enemies that are coming at us. Not just the marine spirits, but the water spirits as well. And you know the ocean is filled with a lot of darkness, right? So I want you to remember, Yahushua HaMashiach conquered everything. He mastered everything. He learned how to master everything. So he learned how to walk on the water, the elements. He learned how to conquer the elemental forces. This is no different from what happened in the past, children, with Joshua, when he caused the sun to stop while he was in battle, when he was fighting with against the enemy. Yes, and Joshua caused the sun to stop so that he could continue to battle forward. Manipulation of the elemental forces is nothing new. Nothing new. Remember, everything starts off in the realm of the spirit first, and then it happens in the natural. So we have to learn to walk in the spirit so that we're able to allow Daddy to use us to be his hands and his feet, so that we too can manipulate the sun, the moon, the stars, the waters, the wind. What did Yahushua do to the wind? He commanded it to stop. When they woke him up in the boat when he was sleeping and the storm was coming, and they're like, how can you be sleeping at a time it's a storm is coming? And he's like, what's the problem? What's the problem? I am here. What's the problem? Nothing is going to happen to you. Right? Do you not believe? And he spoke to the wind, he spoke to the storm, and he said, quiet yourself. Still. Be still. Shut that down. Not around here. And that's exactly what happened. They had to obey the word. The word, Yahushua HaMashiach, the word, the powerful word, children. And when we speak the word as children, as heirs of the mighty King, we have the same authority and we have the same power. But you have to learn. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to learn to walk in that authority. How do we learn to walk in that authority, children? Through going through the storms. By learning how to ride the waves. What are the waves? The waves are the circumstances and the situations that come up in our everyday life. Problematic situations, whether it be in your home structure, at your workplace, on the road, wherever you are, in your finances, in your ministry, within yourself, whether it is sickness, disease, infirmity. These are the waves that we're talking about. Now, you can't predict when the waves are coming. There's a phrase that says, and I'm just going to read it verbatim. It says, when you surf, and they're talking about surfers who ride the waves, the water. When you surf, you don't make a wave. And I got this off of Google, okay? You don't know when the wave is coming. It just happens. It moves. And once you're on it, it's got a power of its own. You don't manipulate it. You just get on it and go along and ride it. That's what you see in the book of Acts as well. This is what happens in the book of Acts, happened in the book of Acts as well, when they were riding their own waters. There was a whole lot happening. Yahushua HaMashiach told them, I'm leaving. I'm going to send the Holy Spirit. Wait in the upper room for my Holy Spirit, for the Comforter to come to teach you all things. And they waited. And as they waited, they were just praying and praying and praying and praying and fasting and praying and preparing for the move of the Holy Spirit to come. And when the Holy Spirit came and the tongues fell, the move of God came. And all sorts of stuff started happening. Deliverance and healing, and multitudes of people started coming to the kingdom. So these are the waves that were coming at them. They didn't know when it was going to come, where it was going to come from, what was going to happen. But there were challenges that they came up against, and they had to know through the power of the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, how to accomplish, how to overcome these challenges. Because there was a lot of dissension coming against them because of the changes that they were making, right? The rifts that they were making. And the Sanhedrins did not like the fact that they were healing these people and that they were changing the status quo, okay? That people were now rushing to them and coming to them for healing and deliverance. No, they wanted to be the elite religious group, sect, that everyone would come to, and they didn't want any outsiders, right? So they wanted to be at the top, at the head. So this was a challenge for them. So they came at the disciples constantly, right? Tried to imprison them and tried to beat them, tried to intimidate them, to try to get them to stop the move. So these are the waves that were coming at them. And as they came, they just had to allow the power of the Holy Spirit to allow them to ride those waves. Not be resistant to it, but to just be humble, ride the wave, and allow the Holy Spirit to lead them and guide them along the way. So we're going to read now from Exodus chapter 14, verses 21 to 29. Moses raised his hand over the Red Sea, and the Almighty caused a strong wind to blow from the east. The wind blew all night long. The sea split, and the wind made the ground dry. So let's pause a second here. So Moses has his rod over the Red Sea, his scepter, his royal scepter over the Red Sea, and he commanded the wind to come from the east to blow upon the Red Sea. Now, as the wind was blowing all night, what it did was split the waters. It parted the waters, a mighty great water, something that was impossible. Abba Yahweh allowed his anointed one, his consecrated one, the one person that devoted himself to him day and night. God allowed him, used him as a vessel to part those waters so that his children could be liberated from Pharaoh and Egypt. So what he did was commanded the wind to blow, split the waters, and provide a way. So he showed the way, he made the way, and he became the way. So he split those mighty waters for his children. Okay? So whatever waters are coming your way, children, you best believe it. If you continue to stand, if you continue to believe, if you continue to be obedient, children, I can't stress it enough. We have to be obedient to the commandments. Once you do your part, Abba Yahweh will do his part. What did he tell Moses when he was building the tabernacle? Do the best that you can do, and whatever you can't do, I will send my angels to come and do. So Moses did all that he knew how to do, building the tabernacle, and then Daddy sent the angels to finish it up. And this is what Daddy expects us to do as his children every day. Whenever, in any situation, children, he just wants you to try. Try your best. Do your best. Even if you feel as if though I'm failing, it's not working out,